Nobody has confidence because it is losing embarrassment, it is losing any insecurity, it is losing a feeling about 500 different things that you're ashamed of or proud of or not secure of, on it goes. There's a real technique of deciding what you want to do, and it has to be learned. Something to do. You have to find a home for it. I looked at the wrong place for a long time. You have to be tough, but you have to do some work every day. Sort of start with one job and build it up. Not stopping when you feel like an idiot, which is most of the time. Because nobody else is as interested in what you're doing next than you are. My greatest strength was lying and then seeing if I could make it true. I can do it. I've done it before. I can skate. What? It was all born from despair. But I learned to skate. I remember it well. Yes, I can do that. I can do, oh yeah, I've done Shakespeare. In Oldenburg, I did Shakespeare. I knew they weren't going to phone up Oldenburg and ask had I really done it. So, and if they did find out, they said, oh, I thought I did. Sorry, I didn't mean to tell you a lie. I must have been in Bremen. Oh, right. I was a horrible, crooked gangster. I think that's what I was. That's television, doing the dumbest parts in the world. Hello, Mother, why can't I go out? Elizabeth is going out every Thursday. I want to go too. Jesus Christ. Family bits I did, yes. I was enormously depressed. I remember that. I wanted to get out of acting altogether and wanted to go to art school. And my father went to the director of the art school and said, please don't take her. She's doing very well. And if she goes to art school, she'll starve to death. He was right. But it was bad of him to do that because they didn't take me and I couldn't understand why. I'd given them 2 years' work in a big folder, and I thought, these are good drawings. I've seen drawings that are not as good as mine. And they wouldn't take me. He confessed that later, and boy, did I let him have it. I thought art school was much nicer because you have on a piece of paper, you like it or not. What you have to sell is confidence and say, I can do it. It's a huge lie. Now you go home with a lie in your pocket. I said I could do it. I have no idea. And then you do it. You teach yourself. Just believing that somehow you could convince them that you know better than they do. That's what you have to be.
I think because my job is ultimately about people, a lot of people, there's nothing better than the kind of like silence of nothingness, of like being on your own. So I feel like here for me is like a revolving space that I control and has its own different type of logic. Plus, I think everyone in the end always gravitates towards the kitchen. There is nothing better than curiosity. It is only as I get older, it is the most important thing to me. My whole thing is everything is meant to be. The idea of this collaboration is an instinct that has to be done. I've never met this person. I love the work. We're doing this film. It had to happen. So it's all kind of serendipitous somehow. I think that's what I love about what I do, is that it is like this fascinating journey of like things that appear to you in life and that you just act on them. How do you take things from one generation into another without them losing their value? There's something about the works are just, they are so kind of quintessential, but at the same time strange. When I look at the work, I feel that there is something deeply personal to be of that age and to be able to be that free and that contemporary somehow as an act, you know. I get this feeling that there is no other way to put it, but that she has to do it, you know? This is like a kind of, it's a compulsion. I look up to that because I feel like when I'm working on clothing, I have to do it. It is the one fundamental relationship in my life that is a constant. You are confronted by geniusness, like raw geniusness, to be able to convey a human being via a medium. I think it's one of the most difficult things to do. To tell us something that we don't know about ourselves. There is newness to be found in things around us. It will unfold in time to come, because if it made sense right now, then it's over. Having the kind of joy to be able to share that with other people so that people then dig in too. So when I found the work and you become curious about this person, this is what is so exciting about life. It is something you did not see, and suddenly you see it. There will be either something emotional, there will be something personal, there will be something that you have to learn about yourself or about another. At one point I wanted to be an actor, and I went to drama school, and then I realized that I was really bad at it. But I learned a lot through that process of the kind of cliches of things, of the idea of that if you're going to recreate something, you have to believe it, you have to live it. I actually just want younger people to look at it and then kind of work backwards. I think sometimes the act of discovery of someone's work is just important as the work. This person is living today on our doorstep. You will look at the whole context of it and realize that there is an inert need to do it. This person is painting with purpose. This is why they do it. And this is why I'm drawn to it. And this is why you, as an audience, can be drawn to it as well.
The only way I started to make some money is because I had a puppet theater, and I made puppets, and I did a little bit of it on television. And then they realized I could also paint. Fighting a lot of people who are not nice to you, who are envious, who give you not enough money, or they said they will and then they don't. Everybody was new to it, and everybody knew just as little as I did. I was a trained ballet dancer, so I always write something in that had something to do with dancing.
I think I had this moment where I realized I was never going to work in something that I was never going to be the best in. I think there's always that moment in life, no matter what you do. I think everyone can be the best in something. I then was like more intrigued by the idea of costume and this idea how powerful costume can be to the character or to the person on the street.
If I had a very bad costume, I could sew it better and make it look better. Try to make it look sexier or something. And then they said, no, she's a poor girl. I said, yes, she's a poor girl, but she's not a poor girl on television. Everything they wanted is to strip you down so your tits look like a second bottom, your false eyelashes on. And I would occasionally say, I don't like that. That's a cheap approach. Oh, but it looks sexy to you because you have shocking taste. I also had more freedom than you have nowadays, I imagine, because television was new, brand new. But boy, did I do bad television. Oh, God. Unbelievably.
So by putting these paintings in the context of this, and you look at pop culture, and you look at referencing, and you look at all these things, and you kind of then represent it in a completely different way, it becomes another three-dimensional something within a space, or, you know, it's like a dance that ultimately evokes an emotion.
I wormed my way up out of the dirt, literally. So by the time I met Stanley, he thought I was a television star. Takes chutzpah. It's a good word.